The next writing technique for the memoir unit is called Thoughtshot. A thoughtshot takes the reader into the mind of one of the characters, where we can discover what he or she is thinking or feeling. The thoughtshot might be a phrase, a sentence, or a paragraph. And the thoughtshot often involves a kind of internal monologue where the character is speaking to themselves. Here's an example from Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. He'd lived with the Dursleys almost 10 years, 10 miserable years, as long as he could remember, ever since he'd been a baby and his parents had died in that car crash. He couldn't remember being in the car when his parents had died. Sometimes, when he strained his memory during long hours in his cupboard, he came up with a strange vision. A blinding flash of green light and burning pain on his forehead. This, he supposed, was the crash, though he couldn't imagine where all the green light came from. A writer might write a simple sentence like, "My mother always sat down in front of the television after dinner." If you'd like your reader to learn more about the mother, instead of writing this short sentence, you might expand it with a thought shot. See all of the additional details that we learn about this character's mother. I don't know why my mother always sat down in front of the television after dinner. Perhaps it was the only time she really had for herself. My sister and I always had to do the dishes. My stepfather usually went out to the garage to work on the old Buick that he always thought he could get up and running someday. Maybe Mom just liked being alone with her game show. She always watched Jeopardy with Alex Trebek. I think she thought Alex was handsome and smart. Maybe she dreamed that Alex would come into our living room one day and swoop her off to game show land. Mom knew a lot of the answers on Jeopardy, and she'd call them out to the television as if those contestants could hear her. "Where is China?" she'd yell. I always thought it was kind of dumb, and I remember one time when my best friend Angela was over at my house. She heard my mother and looked at me like I was weird. What if? This strategy is useful when a character is anxious about something. In Jack Ganto's Joey Pigza Loses Control, a child is very nervous about going to spend time with his dad, and he asks his mother a series of questions that expresses his anxiety. What if he's not nice? What if he hates me? What if he's as crazy as you always said he was? What if he drinks and gets nasty? What if I don't like him? What if Grandma tries to put me in the refrigerator again? What if they make Pablo sleep outside? What if they don't eat pizza? What if I want to come home quick? Can I hire a helicopter? I'd like you now to create your own what if. Pretend that you, or a character that you create, is waiting to see the dentist. Write a series of what if questions that expresses what you, or your character, is worrying about. Finally, I'd like you to try to write a thought shot. Rewrite the text below, adding a thought shot. "Stop blaming your little sister," my mother said wearily. "You're older than she is, and you should know better." I slammed my bedroom door and felt the walls shake.